Okay, Brian, this is part 3 in your WordPress overview. This one we're actually going to go ahead and go over the winemakers area. And if you go ahead and click onto your dashboard and you click on winemakers, that'll go ahead and take you to the main page where we have obviously the two that you see on the site currently. It's just as easy as going ahead and clicking Add New, and you'll see that everything in WordPress is very much building upon that whole add page, add post format. Here is where you would go ahead and enter in the winemaker's name here. And then over here, this is where you go ahead and enter in the details data, winemaker video, their telephone, their email, their additional contact information, and then that sidebar section where you have the title and the sidebar content. If we go ahead and come on over here and we click on winemakers, and you go ahead and click on Todd, and then you'll see obviously all of that information that we just talked about. This is that sidebar title. This is that sidebar information here. Here's where that video comes when you go ahead and put in that embed code. And then under the contact information, phone, email, and then additional information. Now you're probably saying, okay, well, where's the biography go? Well, if we come on back over here, and you'll see, well, wait a minute, there's no biography section. Well, if we go back to winemakers, and we'll go ahead and click on Todd's, you'll see that the biography section is actually the post area, which is right here. And again, you can do this just like if you were in Microsoft Word. If you're on a Mac, you can go ahead and obviously drag this and make it larger, or they have a really cool function here, which is shown in full screen mode, where you can basically go ahead and use your full screen capabilities. Maybe make it a little bit easier to go ahead and edit from there. When you're done with that, you can go ahead and click Exit Full Screen. And if you wanted to go ahead and make one of your winemakers the featured winemaker, all you need to do is simply go ahead and check that. If you have, let's say, 2 of them checked, or if for some reason you created one, you clicked featured winemaker and it's still not showing on your home page, chances are you probably have 2 of them that are actually as a featured winemaker. So you'll want to go in there and uncheck one of them. One way that you can quickly do that is a neat little function here called Quick Edit. And if you do that, you'll go ahead and see that you can go ahead and come in here and then quickly check a featured winemaker or uncheck them. And you could click Update, obviously, if that's one that you want to actually go ahead and do the updates to. But you can see very easily that Todd is one of the featured winemakers, just simply by clicking on Quick Edit. And you could go ahead and unclick him and then check or leave check the one that you just added that you wanted to be a featured winemaker on your site. In regards to your product and your Jigoshop, Jigoshop is actually the plugin that we've used in order to create your e-commerce site. It's a very great e-commerce plugin. And if you click on Settings, that will go ahead and give you the greatest amount of options in terms of setting up your store. You can go ahead and basically customize your shop as much as you need to, as you want. As we get into more and more with your financial areas and possibly integrating with Authorize.net, there's probably a couple of areas in here we'll need to go in and change. But for now, you can go ahead and leave it as is. I think we want to go ahead and change that to pounds, so we'll go ahead and do that. Simply click on Save Changes, and those things are changed right away. These are the items that we've already set up in terms of setting up your Jigoshop pages. You can edit those at any time. If you add a new page, you simply come in here. You can go from the drop down and simply select the new page that is going to represent whatever it is that you're looking to change here. It's just as easy to go into the pages itself, edit it, and then you can go ahead and obviously not need to change anything on this page. In terms of catalog options go, you probably won't have to change a whole lot there. Most of this information will stay the same, but very nice for you, especially since you have an actual store itself, is you can go ahead and add coupons here as well. And you can go ahead and do whatever the coupon code is, and they can enter that upon checkout. In terms of inventory, it'll ask you whether or not it wants you to manage your inventory. Will it let you know if there's a particular stock or inventory that is getting a little low, what that threshold is? Should it be 2 or should it be 20? That's, obviously up to you. Shipping, you were asking about shipping. Do you want to calculate shipping? Yes. Enable it? Yes, on the cart. Only ship to billing address. Some people are very picky about that. They only want to ship to wherever it is that the billing address of the credit card is located. Are you enabling a flat rate, or is it basically based upon weight? And then the type is, is it per order or is it per item? So is it basically a flat shipping rate of $25, or is it an overall weight of the entire order? Is that how you're going to go ahead and do that? You can also go ahead and click on any type of a handling fee. And if you click on any, or I'm sorry, hover over any of these question marks, it'll basically tell you everything that I'm telling you here. And then you can go ahead and say method available for specific countries, since from what I understand, you're not able to probably ship this out of the United States. But I don't know that for sure, but I'll go ahead and check that for the time being for you and save those changes. In terms of tax, whether or not you're going to go ahead and calculate taxes or not is right into here. You can go ahead and add different tax rates as well. Or I'm sorry, tax rules, and which is basically the tax rate. And then over here is your payment gateways. Right now, we just go ahead and have your PayPal standard in here. And then what we need from you, or you can just go in and do it, is go ahead and click and put in your PayPal email address right here. And then you'll probably want to send your shipping details to PayPal, so that way all the shipping information is conveyed to the user. PayPal does a really bang-up job of making sure that everybody knows where their order is and where it's going and all that fun stuff. And if you needed to test it, which you won't, you can go ahead and enable the sandbox mode there, but you won't need to do that. As you go ahead and get signed up with Authorize.net, another area will appear here, which will be your Authorize.net information in order to allow you to set that information. And that should go ahead and be a good overview. I'm going to go ahead and leave the last one for your product management, and that should do it in terms of all your videos to help get you started.